So yeah, I was actually thinking of maybe trying something like this. And well, yeah, let's start with it. Yeah, started out with the sketch like usual. Just started with the forehead and then the cheek, and then I wasn't too sure about how the beak should be placed or if it should be open or closed, and then I wasn't sure about the eyes either, and then I was actually quite happy with those. Like maybe some people know this sticker set for Line, the Okame-chan. I really like this one, and I like the facial expression this bird always has, so I went for something like this. And well, then with the wings I wasn't too sure either, but I actually remember that my Rika really likes sunflower seeds, so yeah, well, which cockatiel doesn't like sunflower seeds, so there's that. Yeah, then, well, the body was actually pretty easy to do, because it's essentially just a ball of fluff, and then her tail. And yeah, then I just enlarged it, so I have a little bit of a larger surface, or well, rather the picture is going to be larger than if I would have left the sketch in its original size. And if people know me and my art style, they really know that I love huge. No, I don't make dirty jokes right now. Please mind, don't do that. That I love a huge file size. Yeah. For some reason, this started out. It started out because I was working fireworks a lot, and I used to make everything with vectors, and yeah, so I'm still using huge file sizes because, well, I can use them for everything. Like if I like a picture a lot, then I could just think, oh yeah, I could actually print it out. And well, for example, I once made myself a cover for my phone and just stuff like this. Yeah. So yeah, as you may see, I'm most of the time using very broad. Well, I'm really pushing my pen onto my tablet to get the broad lines, but some of the lines I like to get them a little bit thinner. And yeah, as you see, for some details, when there is something I know that is going to overlap or is easier if I make it by overlapping each other, well, yeah, then I just open a different layer and just do it there. Then I erase everything else and combine them. And yeah, I always start base coloring with a very dark color, so as you can see, where I forgot something, or well, tool didn't get anything, and then I changed the color, and well, I'm doing all the markings in a different layer, so I can add other stuff underneath, like you will see a little bit later, and going through the corners again, so everything is nicely colored. And yeah, and now we got what I was speaking of. So I got a different marking underneath, cause my Rika is well, halfway white Latino and halfway just regular Latino. I don't know what happened there. She she's neither nor. And yeah, then on the second wing I just realized, oh yeah, right, I could just grab it and just do that. Yeah, then the beak color. Actually, I just, as you've seen, I've just taken the colors by scratch because Rika is at the moment sick, and this is why she's in my room, and I was just peeking over to her, and yeah. But no worries, she's getting treatment and she's getting her medicine twice a day, so there's that. And yeah, so then I was actually quite close to, well, I was actually finished with the base coloration, and when I'm finished with the base coloration I always combine every layer, because I'm going to use a lot of layers just for the shading and for the highlights or any other details. And yeah, some people already know my cell shading style. It can be very confusing for people who are not used to it, but it's actually not too bad. Like, you can, if you do it yourself, then you know what is actually happening there. And yeah, and I'm sorry for the bird sneezes. As I've said, Rika is sick at the moment, and thus she's sneezing a little bit. And yeah, some pictures I really like to add those little lines with the shading, or sometimes I use the outlines for that. Depends. And yeah, well, now I'm using a darker color for the shading as well, just to see if there are no holes or anything, because otherwise it will look really bad if I start with my shading style with well, the really colorful shading style. And yeah, slowly it's starting to be something. And yeah, now let's get some color in there. Then I've realized it was too light, and yeah, well, the outlines at least, and I was working over them to get them a little bit darker until bird sneezes. Until I got them like I wanted them to be. The red actually is in there for her eyes, because my Rika actually has slightly red eyes. Well, I think that's something most Latinos have, because I got a Latino budgie as well, and she's having those red eyes as well. And yeah, and well, just adding those little lines on the side. I'm just doing that by erasing the shading. Before I did that, I was actually doing it by grabbing the color of the part, but eventually I started working with gradients, and this was, well, yeah, it didn't really work out. And yeah, then I think I was making the highlights, yeah, and now to the blushing. Oh yes, I really love extensive blushing. It's just so adorable. I use it for everything. For stickers, for regular artworks, and yeah, now I wasn't really too sure about which layer effects I should use, and then I was like, okay, just go for a different color and just turn down the opacity, and yeah, then I added those lines for some more cute blushing, and yeah, I've actually liked it. And yeah, I like adding a little bit color to the beak because it's cute. And I had this little issue there, but it was easy to resolve. And yeah, then, well, I know I can make those outlines in Photoshop. I'm actually using that for stickers a lot. Either Photoshop or Fireworks. I now prefer Photoshop because it's quite easy, but it also does a better job than Fireworks. But before I wasn't too sure how to make it in Photoshop, and then I had to look it up. But for regular pictures, I actually like it this way, because it has well, some cute effect, and yeah, some more lights and some more details. Her name on the side, a little bit of blush on the wings and stuff, just to get some highlights there, and well, to also get some highlights on her bum. And yeah, I'm actually pretty happy how it turned out.